All right, guys, so let's keep it real here. Let's talk about it, man. So people are still breaking into Hellcats and Scatpacks. I don't know who told you otherwise. I don't know who told you that, it was a cool off period for Mopars and people had moved on to Camaros and stuff like that. It's been a while since I made a video, but people are still breaking into Scatpacks and Hellcats and RTs. Anything Mopar, they still want them. You know what I mean? And it's showing up on TikTok and Instagram more now than ever before. And even in my city, Charlotte, North Carolina, they're still breaking into these cars. Keep your eyes open, man, because they still want these cars one way or another. However, they got to get them. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in the house. That makes this a house vlog. You know I was going down to come around. Let's get into it. I've got car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, man, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So let's go ahead and watch it, man. This has been going on TikTok. This is what I'm seeing on my feed right now every single day.
So this morning, woke up to go into the car.
Yeah. Look at that. Whole console just snatched out.
Yeah, they tried to get me.
Tried to get him.
But they couldn't.
They couldn't, but they did enough damage.
Security system.
He got a security system. Shout out to SRT_4NGL.
Nothing works in the car.
Clean ass Hellcat.
They ended up disabling it, I guess.
Broke his back window.
You can see, back right window's busted out.
He said that his key doesn't work either.
Or the glass.
Glass is falling out or broken out.
There.
Yeah.
I have some footage because my Tesla was parked near it.
Yeah.
So definitely will upload some of that. But
look at that. Completely broke the back glass out, which is how they get in our cars.
Can't steal it though. So
can't steal it.
Here it is. Everything's still intact.
So he must have had a kill switch or something. He must have had a kill switch or something on this car because they broke in through the back window. Obviously an alarm or nothing went off. Broke in through the back window. It looks like they tried to break open that front panel, how they do, and probably, you know what I'm saying, rewire some stuff and configure the key because he said his red key is no longer working. But they couldn't do it because he probably had some sort of kill switch or something like that. He said he had a car security system. But in a situation like this, like with the stuff that I always push to you guys, CompuStar. And of course, come on now. You already know, it's been a long time since you've seen it on the channel, but I'm still rocking with CarLock. With CarLock, CarLock will be your first means of deterrent, right? Because CarLock is really sensitive. Like, when I say really sensitive, I mean, if in my neighborhood, when I pull my car out and they're doing lawn work, like yard work, the landscapers are cutting the grass and stuff like that, if they get too close to my car lock goes off and I get a sensor or I get a vibration notification that something's going on my passenger door, my driver door, the back door, the rear back door, something. So CarLock is very sensitive in that sense. So if somebody had broken your window, trust me when I say you would have gotten the notification. And just the fact that a human being is in your car and they're, shaking and vibrating around, you would have got a notification. Now that's CarLock. That's, a entry level kind of cheap first line of security type deal. CompuStar, the T13 that I have, that's a whole different story. Glass break sensor. As soon as they would have broke that back glass, the alarm would have went off and it would have killed the power to the car completely. So the alarm's going off in the neighborhood. Everybody's looking out the window and they see a big white and black Hellcat Charger. It would have been a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It would have stopped right there. There would have been no jumping in the car and getting to the front and ripping out the front console. Like, it wouldn't have been none of that. Because with the CompuStar T13 and T12, it really doesn't matter. It's just the difference with the remote. The T12 is the old, like, chunky one, and the T13 is the slim, progressive new one or whatever. But alarm detection, or not alarm detection, but the alarm would have went off as soon as they broke the glass. And that's for the car alarm as well as the CompuStar alarm. You would have got a notification. You would have got a notification that the alarm had been triggered right on your phone. You would have heard it. Your neighbors would have heard it. You would have came out. You would have had a broken window at worst. There would have been no hopping in there and pulling out the front situation. That wouldn't have been the case because CompuStar would have, stopped that immediately. And then of course it comes with the kill switch, so you don't have to worry about them actually, actually having the ability to steal your car. That's not going to happen. It comes with the, what is it called? When they try to like tow it. So if they try to get smart and they're like, you know what, don't break the window, don't shake it. Let's just put it on a flatbed and jack it out of here. As a tilt sensor, that's what it's called. tilt sensor. So as soon as they try to jack it up, the alarm's going off. You're getting a notification that there's a tilt sensor, all that shit. And it's also got vibration detection. They call it something different. I think it's just vibration alarm. That's what you'll get to your phone. So in the event that they're bouncing up against it or they're trying to, open the door or something like that, like really forcefully open it, you're going to get a notification there as well. And the alarm's going off. So the benefit of having the CompuStar is you get the alarm. The alarm is what's going to go off on the car. It's going to scare the thieves away, hopefully. It's going to scare everybody around it, and it's going to let you know because you're going to get a notification as well. You're going to look out the window, see your horn and your lights flashing, and then you come out, and at worst, you'll see a broken window or a cracked window. But rest assured, nothing in the car is stolen. Vibration, glass break, tilt sensor, all that shit. You know what I mean? And then, of course, the key can't be reprogrammed. So you saw what he said. He said the red key no longer works. That's because somehow or another, they probably reprogrammed the red key. You know what I'm saying? In such a way that the car would recognize their key and no longer yours. But he had some sort of kill switch on it. So regardless of the key being programmed, it still didn't start because the kill switch was blocking that signal. It wouldn't allow the car to start. So with the CompuStar T13, you get all of those notifications as well as the key fob, I guess, disabler. So in other words, my red key doesn't do anything anymore in my car. Everything goes through the CompuStar key. And the CompuStar key can't be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? It cannot be duplicated. So at the absolute worst, they'll be able to break your window. And once that window gets broken, the alarm goes off, they run away. They can't reprogram the red key, so your car's not going to start. It's not going to open up. None of that shit. Everything has to go through CompuStar. But this is another situation where, his security saved him. But if he had the CompuStar on top of that, it would have been just a broken window, and it would have been a wrap. They wouldn't have got inside. They wouldn't have got to the front console and started yanking shit out. They wouldn't have even known that there was a kill switch because as soon as they broke the glass, the alarm would have went off and it would have been a wrap. So that's that one there. Shout out to this dude right here on TikTok. Make sure you follow him, SRT_4NGL, 4NGEL. Follow him on TikTok. Another one that I wanted to bring to you was this one, which was crazy. This is in downtown Atlanta, so you already know it's the worst of the worst. Downtown Atlanta in a garage, and look what they did to his Scat. Put it on bricks. Put it on bricks. Let me make it wide here. There's the police dusting for fingerprints, took the wheels off and put it on bricks, which is cold. Let's look at the full explanation because I think he went off. Yeah.
Take off 1, 2, 3, 4 tires. Put my shit on.
Look at that.
Enough time to jack my shit up.
Yeah.
Take off 1, 2, 3,
4
tires. Put my shit on bricks and then make it out this bitch.
Yeah.
When you was supposed to be watching.
So he's going off on security that's supposed to be securing the parking deck, the parking garage. As soon as he realized I was the owner of the Charger, he immediately started stalling. Yeah, because he was probably in on it. So in this particular situation, you can go check him out on Instagram, on TikTok. It's real. Get rich trying. Scatpack wide body, downtown Atlanta. I think this is where this guy lives. He had it in a parking garage. And a lot of you guys say, oh, you got to have it in the garage. How to keep it safe. That's true. But you see what happens here. If you don't have some sort of security on it, you don't know what's going on with your car in that parking garage. In this case, let's rewind it back here. Look at that. They took all 4 wheels off of his car. All 4 wheels. That's where the tilt sensor comes into play. They didn't break his window. They probably didn't even try to open the door or anything like that. They may have given it a light pull to see if he was slipping and left his shit unlocked. Nobody's going to leave their car unlocked. But what they did was jacked it up, put it on bricks, and took all the wheels. That's where the CompuStar T13 tilt sensor comes into play. I'm glad I brought that up in the previous video that we looked at, because as soon as you lift this bitch up and your car realizes that, it's being tilted or it's being lifted or lowered or anything like that, you're going to get a notification that your car is being lifted, right? The tilt sensor, CompuStar T13, T12 would have alerted my man here and let him know that his car is being tilted somehow, some way, some fashion, in which case that's when he comes out and handles business. This one's a little different. I don't see this too often. In most cases, they'll just steal the entire car or break in through the window like we saw in the first one. And and, you know, steal whatever on the inside. This is some old school shit right here. This is some shit that you used to see in like the 90s where they would just take your wheels and leave them on bricks. I'm surprised these bricks were able to hold a goddamn 5,000 pound sedan, but you know, whatever. But in this situation, once again, the testament to CompuStar is you would have gotten a tilt sensor notification and the alarm would have went off. So as soon as they try to jack your shit up, the alarm goes off, they take off running, you get a notification, come out, see what's going on. Not to mention with CarLock, all that vibration going on, I'm gonna put this right in your face, pause, right in your face. But even with CarLock, that's when a notification vibration detection would have went off. Because I'm sure that there's nothing professional about these dudes. They probably got one of them cheap ass, you know, ground, you know, jack stands or whatever. Probably just got under his shit, started pumping, shaking his car like crazy. CarLock is gonna go off first, then CompuStar. Your car should be safe. You know what I'm saying? And then once again, they can't steal your red key or reprogram it or anything like that. This situation was wild because it was in a parking garage. There was active security. And apparently the security didn't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? He won't even look at Buddy. Like, look at him now. He won't even look at Buddy. I would have been all up in his face. I'm going to be for real with you. Like, it would have been a situation. If you was on guard and this is your responsibility, it's your job, and you telling me you let 2, 3, 4 dudes just come and jack my shit up, like, that takes time. To jack a car up, yank out the wheels, all 4, put it on bricks, and then take off, like, that takes time. And that looks suspicious as hell. Not to mention, like, any impact gun that I've ever heard that takes wheels on and puts them on, or puts them off, is loud as shit. You know what I'm saying? We all watch NASCAR races and we hear those wheels going on and off. Like, it's loud as shit. So you would have heard something, you would have seen something, but now you don't want to say something. So I'm sure Buddy right here was in on it. But either way, that's where CompuStar tilt sensor would have came into play, and of course CarLock with the vibration notification. There was one other one that I wanted to show you, and we can roll out here. Boom.
Surveillance footage of thieves trying to steal his car from his driveway in East Memphis back in June.
Look at this.
2 people are surveillance footage of thieves trying to steal his
4
car
of them
from his driveway in East Memphis back
This is a Jeep, by the way, not an SRT. I just think it's a regular Jeep.
in June. 2 people are
Damn, they pulled up with the Glock, with the switches, the extendos.
trying to start the car while 2 others have guns
They couldn't start it.
trained on the house. But the car won't start.
Would not start.
Eventually, they get out and push it out of the driveway.
They
They
pushed
weren't
it.
able to get it started. They pushed it a half a mile away around a corner in the next neighborhood.
Mills says he found his car the next day with only minor damage. He credits a kill switch he had installed 2 years ago with preventing the theft.
Yeah.
The kill switch is the number one thing that I would put on my car.
Yeah.
I would put them on every car after this.
We sat down with the technician who installed that kill switch, Carl Anderson of Lee's Custom LEDs and Designs. He says over the last few years, he went from a handful of clients a week to dozens of clients a week.
I've been doing it for about 10 years now, and it just recently started to take off with the rise of theft in the Mid-South area.
Anderson explained how kill switches work. They're connected to your car's electronics and hidden somewhere in the cabin that only the driver knows. When done properly, a thief won't even be able to see that one's been installed. When the driver gets out, they flip the switch, and the car won't turn over.
Now, CompuStar is different. There's no switch to flip. Once you arm your car, it automatically enables the kill switch. So, I mean, once you lock your car, the kill switch is active. You don't have to physically touch anything. So it's similar to this.
You got your hand,
Yeah.
but they cannot start their car. If your switch is off, they cannot start the car.
They cannot start the car.
It's like you're just taking a battery with you as you walk.
The switch can also be connected to a fob, meaning the car's owner can remotely kill the car even if it's already running.
CompuStar.
Kill switches can also protect against more advanced methods of theft, including key fob reprogrammers. Those devices are meant to help locksmiths and car dealerships create new key fobs, but they're being used by thieves to steal cars.
Exactly. So they steal the signal from the key fob, the red key, the black key, whatever car you drive. And your car looks at it like it's receiving a signal from the original key fob. It opens, it starts, rolls the windows down, opens the trunk, pop the hood, no problems whatsoever, because as far as your car is concerned, it's getting the original signal from the original key fob. CompuStar thwarts all of that. Because just like I said, my red key does nothing for my car at this point. Everything goes through CompuStar. CompuStar has to unlock my car, lock my car, open my trunk, start, remote stop, all that shit goes through CompuStar. CompuStar, to my understanding, cannot be replicated or hasn't been replicated thus far. What else was I going to say? The kill switch obviously comes with CompuStar. That's another facet or feature of it. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you arm your car with the key fob, the kill switch is activated. Like if something were to happen, God forbid, I hate using this example, but it's real. If I'm at a gas station and I'm in a cat and I got the red key on me, which I would always have, and somebody pulls up on me and they got the Glock in my face, like, you know, get up, give me the keys. Like, I'm not fighting. You got them. It's yours, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as he walks over to my car, because I also have IGLA, which is the PIN code that has to be entered on the actual steering wheel, you're not going anywhere with my car. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have the key, but, you know, IGLA is the kill switch. It's the digital kill switch or whatever you want to say. And because of that, if you don't enter in the right code, you're not going anywhere with my car. So that's another thing about having CompuStar as well as IGLA. Now, CompuStar and IGLA are two different systems. One's on top of the other, but that kind of gives you the full range of protection. You know what I mean? So in that scenario, you could literally give them the red key along with the CompuStar key, let them sit in the car, unlock it, all that stuff. Even if they tried to remote start it, they could remote start it from the CompuStar. But once they sat in the car, if they tried to hit that red button to start it, it's going to shut the car down because IGLA hasn't recognized the PIN code being entered in on the steering wheel. So between CompuStar, kill switch factor, vibration detection factor, glass break sensor, tilt sensor, remote start, remote unlock, remote stop, all that shit. And then, of course, CarLock, right? I'm going to put it right in your face again so that you know. CarLock, you guys need something. Now, me personally, my shit is OD. I'm not going to lie to you. And the reason my shit is OD is, number one, because of who I am. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just keeping it real. Number two, I got a whole bunch of bullshit on my car as far as modifications and upgrades. And number three, I got the only charger that I've ever seen with a single stripe that looks like mine. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not saying I did it first, but I've been doing it since 2015 with all my chargers. So my shit sticks out from a mile away. So I got to go OD when it comes to security on my shit. So between CompuStar, IGLA, CarLock, and I got something else in the car that I don't often mention, and I'm not going to mention here, but something else in the car as well. You know, it would be hard to take my shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go to that extent. You know, you guys have seen me start my car up. Whenever I start my car up, I've got 3 or 4 different systems talking to me all at once. Between CompuStar, IGLA, having to program something into the keyboard or to the steering wheel, and then all of my other stuff that talks to me and stuff like that. You don't have to go OD like your boy. But at the same time, I'm not going to lie to you. When I park my car, I park it with peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? I park it with the peace of mind that at the absolute worst, I may come back to a broken window. But nothing in that car is going to be stolen, and that car itself is not going to be stolen. Now, with that being said, of course, I still follow the rules. I only take my car out at a certain time of night. I only park it at certain places. You'll never catch me downtown with my car. You'll never catch me at the mall with my car. You'll never catch me, you know, on certain sides of town in Charlotte with my car. Like, you just got to know the rules. But at the same time, when I park my shit, for the most part, I feel pretty comfortable that it ain't going nowhere. So I did want to bring those examples to you guys because for some reason I feel like we haven't talked about our cars getting stolen, and it's been kind of quiet. And in actuality, people's shit is still getting broken into every single day. Our cars are still being stolen every single day. And I wanted to make sure that you guys are on top of that because I see a lot of you guys get new cats and new scats, new Durangos, new Trackhawks, new all that. And I love it. But at the same time, you got to secure it too. So before you go get the rims tinted, or before you go get bigger rims, before you go get the pipes cut, before you go get the tint, before you go get that big ass Scatpack bead that you love to put on the side of your car, go get you some security. You ain't got to go out and spend $1,500 on CompuStar or $1,000 on CompuStar. It can be something as simple as CarLock. My link is in the description, right? Something as simple as that, or you can get as complicated as your boy. But either way, I want to make sure that the car you buy is the car that you still own. You know what I mean? And you own it in the same fashion as when you bought it. I don't want to get broken into and fucked up and all that stuff. So for real, guys, go out, get you some security. If you can afford a $60,000 Scat or a $90,000 Cat, I'm sure you can set aside $1,000 and go out and get CompuStar and IGLA and be good to go. Even if it takes you a couple paychecks to set you aside $300-$400 a month and then go and get it, go get it, because it's worth it. Peace of mind, and just knowing that, you know, my car is going to be there and it's protected. So like, subscribe, comment. It's Mini Boy Knockout 360. Make sure you go out and check out each one of these creators that I posted here. SRT_4NGEL. Who's the other dude in Atlanta? I mentioned him. I did mention them. So yeah, make sure you go and support them because they got some clean ass scats and cats. But as always, it's Mini Boy Knockout. I'll see you in the next one, man. Peace.